boy Bobby back again with another update. Post patellar tendon repair surgery. Again, letting you guys know how the journey's been. Wins, losses, successes, setbacks, and then tips that hopefully someone finds helpful. As of filming this is 4 weeks to the day post-surgery. So coming along a month now. And I can say that it is a process. You see improvements, it's slow, but things do get better. One of the things I mentioned was that today, apart from the wins and losses, I would show some of the things that I've been doing to maintain strength and muscle mass in my upper body, right? So in terms of wins, things I've already shared with you by the 4th week. By my 4th week, I can bear weight on a single crutch. I can take a few ginger steps with no crutches, obviously not with the knees bent. I can do assisted raising of the leg. In fact, I've actually succeeded in doing unassisted raising of the leg. However, when I went back to the surgeons for a follow-up, they said that's a bad idea. Way too early to be doing that, so I listened and I've stopped doing that. But I have been able to get, as long as there's some assistance there, you're actually able to get, with a little bit of difficulty, but it's possible, some assisted raising of that leg, right? So those are some of the wins. Sleep also improves. The pain becomes less and less. You're less reliant on painkillers. I know a lot of people aren't on any painkillers at this stage. I still choose to occasionally take some Advil just to help with the inflammation and the swelling that's going on. But other than that, you're no longer going relatively sleepless nights. Sleep is getting better, and as most people know, the more or the better you can sleep, the more you can heal and recover, right? So if you're going through this, stay with it. It does get better. In terms of what I've been doing to strengthen or maintain strength in my upper body, there are a couple of things, or the first thing you should know that is gonna be really hard, and even for somebody like me that's pretty active, strongly recommend that you don't attempt to pick up weights. That's not gonna work. The stability in the leg just isn't there within the first month, in my opinion. And if that knee buckles, you risk re-tearing that tendon. So strongly advise against doing that. Things that you do have at your disposal in kind of that early stage, you still have, number one, your body weight. So your pull-ups, your dips. If you can get into the position without discomfort by the 3rd week, you're getting in some push-ups. Anything manipulating your body weight doesn't make you have to pick up a weight. So those are still things at your disposal. Another thing is resistance bands. Right? Resistance bands are cool because they represent a fairly strong amount of resistance depending on the size of the band, without necessarily having to pick up a weight that feels very heavy. So things like resistance band pullings, resistance band overhead pressing, which you can see, those are the sort of things that still give you a comparable stimulus to being in the weight room without necessarily having to move a ton of weight, right? So 2 weeks ago, I went back to the surgeons. I told them what I was doing. I told them that I was attempting straight leg raises. They were like, absolutely not. They put me on a very conservative protocol. They said, stay completely immobilized with that knee for the next 4 weeks, which makes sense. But in a previous video, I also mentioned that I believe that complete immobilization is just not a way to go, right? In the 4 weeks since surgery, it has shocked me the rate at which the muscle has atrophied, which is unavoidable. But in my opinion, the earlier you can get some movement, as long as it's safe, go for it. So I've been able to maintain quite a bit of upper body strength just from doing body weight. Another thing that you're advised to do is, as soon as you can, start working your lower body on the working leg, simply because of the cross gains that the body can make. Just, pushing heavy with your working leg will contribute to maintaining a lot of strength and mass in the compromised leg. I haven't started that yet. My goal is to start that next week, but there has been some progress. So long story short, if this is something you're going through, it is a process. I believe that the biggest lessons to learn for me, I don't know if you're in the same boat, is number one, respect your body. People like us that are in the athletic field, or just even if you're not, we tend to demand a lot of our body. Suboptimal nutrition, long working hours, compromised sleep. And typically what happens is we don't realize, but eventually the body will ask to pay that debt back. So thing number one, respect your body, take care of your body, cherish your body. It's the only body you have and the only body you're gonna have. Thing number two is just patience. Even for somebody like myself who likes to think that I'm athletically inclined, and I was extreme. I was back in the gym, day 3 post-surgery, still taking the opioids, and I was already back trying to do some pull-ups. This has really humbled me and taught me that one of the things you're gonna need in life is patience. So anyone going through a ruptured tendon, a ruptured ligament, a knee surgery of some kind, any surgery of some kind, any difficult situation of some kind, medical or otherwise, it will get better. Keep your spirits up, surround yourself with positive people, surround yourself with positive energy, and things will turn around, okay? Next week, I hope to report to you some lower body movements. I hope that I can show you footage of me actually being back in the gym doing stuff with my lower body, weight-wise, especially for the working leg. But until then, I hope this was helpful. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. The goal is to make sure somebody is helped. Again, it's your boy Bobby. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.